Let me see. Okay, welcome back everyone to ACI 3, and this is class 10. Today is the 21st of November 2024, and we are going to jump in. I'm going to catch Jackney. Okay, Jackney, are you there, Jackney? Yes, okay. I would like you to help us, lead us in the offering of the mandala. I will share the screen. And you can read I take this from the Dalam, okay? Okay. Oh, I'm still got no time to do that. Okay, so I take from there. Jackney, would you please help us, lead us on this offering of the mandala?
Oh, okay.
You can read the Tibetan or you can read the English, either way.
Oh, okay. So I read one round already, is it?
Yes, one round, and then after that, I will change the slide to this one. You read 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Here is the great earth, filled with the smell of incense, covered with a blanket of flowers. The great mountains, the 4 continents, wearing a jewel of the sun and moon. In my mind, I make them the paradise of Buddha and offer it all to you. By this deed, may every living being experience the pure world. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niratayami. Refuge and the weak. I go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha until I achieve enlightenment by the power of the goodness that I do in giving and the rest. May I reach Buddhahood for the sake of every living being. I go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha until I achieve enlightenment by the power of the goodness that I do in giving and the rest. May I reach Buddhahood for the sake of every living being. I go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha until I achieve enlightenment by the power of the goodness that I do in giving and the rest. May I reach Buddhahood for the sake of every living being.
Thank you, Jackney.
Thank you.
Next, we will do the quiz. Okay, the quiz. Okay, the first one. Emerald, would you like to take this one?
And which of the following in the second part of Lam Dream? So the first one is taking a llama, ask for second, ask for help. Third, how to purify our mind. And the last one, prayers to meet our Lama and achieve our goal.
I saw you want to mute.
I think
See how can I mute you?
Sorry.
No, I try to mute her. Okay.
Yes. So I choose the yellow one, how to purify our mind. Yeah. Okay, the first one is taking a llama and the second one is how to purify our mind.
Correct. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the first one is taking a llama. The second one is how to purify our mind. Then number 3 will be Emerald. The third one, do you know which one is the third one?
The third one and ask for help.
And the fourth,
The
prayer.
fourth, prayer to meet our Lama and achieve our goal.
Okay, correct. Bingo. Yay. Number 2. Number 2. Wow, got 3 answers, huh? Okay, Jackney, would you like to take this?
What is a life of leisure? I choose the orange one, life where we have the teaching of Buddha, which is so rare and precious.
Okay, you agree with that. It sounds all very close, okay? Of course, nobody would choose life with lots of everlasting happiness. If we go for Dharma class, we know that is, it could be, but that is not what it means. What it really means, if you notice in our class 9, we talk a lot on the life of leisure, life of leisure, life of leisure. There are ways where 8 ways where we are free from lacking opportunities. We are 8 ways where we are free of lacking opportunity. Remember that, not? Right? So that one is specifically, there's a term specifically for that, life of leisure. 8 ways where our life is free of lacking opportunity. So should be the red one, okay? Of course, it's very close, okay? The life where we have the teaching of the Buddha, which is so rare and precious, is one of them, okay? One of them inside the red color one, okay? So it's a good attempt. I'm very good at confusing you, See, don't forget I set papers, last time I used to set paper for college. Okay, number 3. Number 3, this is too easy for Raymond already. Okay, Raymond. Oh, only 3 questions. Jaslyn don't have. Okay.
Okay, how to get the essence of this life? Use this pressure life to get the most meaning out of this life. Yeah, the answer should be this one.
Yay, that is correct. The blue one, get the most meaning out of this life. What do you mean by get the most meaning out of this life? Do you want to explain a bit on that? What do you think?
I think it's try to understand the meaning. The other one is how to do it. So I think the first one is like theory. The other one is like practical. But how to get the most meaning out of this life? That means using we have the opportunity of this leisure and fortune. So we should grab this opportunity to learn the Dharma, to get out of the samsara or get enlightenment.
Very good. Yes, very good. So instead of wasting our time on meaningless activities, like we keep on accumulating more and more material things, worldly things, or we spend wasting our time on meaningless activities, trying to get the approval from people. We need approval from people around us, or trying to get fame. Yeah, and all these things, it is considered meaningless in the sense that when we die, all the things that we get and all the people we are trying to get the approval and all the fame, they cannot help us when we die. Nothing but the Dharma. But doesn't mean that don't want to have the house, don't want the car, don't want the money. Okay. It says, you know the nature of that. You know the nature of the things, where it is coming from. Okay, very good attempt, very good questions. Okay, so some people will be asking, you see, we got 27% of people say achieve greater prosperity and success and become a role model to others. Very close, isn't it? Right? Isn't it all we always say that we want to have more money, greater prosperity and greater success, and then we add one more, become a role model. I thought that is correct. Most people would think that. But this is too... You can be doing greater prosperity and success and become a role model in the worldly way without unless it is like you have an understanding, like it's a Dharma, your spiritual part of your spiritual path, then that is different. Okay, it's a good explanation by Raymond. Raymond can become a teacher already. I really, one day you will, don't say, my teacher always tell me that, and I say, no lah. Forceful, but you come lah, when it come lah, we just leave it to ours. If it's happen, it's going to happen, it will happen. And you're going to help people, then we do it. Yeah. Okay, today we are going to do chapter 10. And before we do chapter 10, I want to do a review with you. Did you see no, you didn't see. I didn't share. Okay, let me share again. This is the whole outline of Lamrim. Hi, Angela.
Hi,
Hey,
Rich.
you see the answer. Hiya, I want to do revision with you. Why am I showing you this one? Okay. Do you need the answer or can I just show like that?
Just show like that.
Like that lah. Okay.
Show like
Let's
that.
help each other to review. There are 4 parts to Lamrim. Okay, the whole outline I'm 4 parts, 4 major parts of Lamrim. Who can tell me what is number 1? You want to just unmute? What do you think? What is the first one? Emerald, you know about that. Just now you took the questions. What is the first one?
First one is taking a lama.
You are right. Taking a lama. Taking lama. Taking a teacher, taking lama. Okay, I just put a short form. Taking lama. Number 2. What is number 2? Just unmute.
Number 2 is purify our mind.
Okay, correct. To purify our mind. After you take the lama. What is number 3?
Number 2 is ask for help.
Ask for help. Number 4.
Number 4, just achieve our goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prayer to meet our lama and achieve our goal. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And taking a lama is the first one that you learn. Taking a lama. Can somebody want to recite taking a lama? The source of all my good is my kind Lama, my Lord. Bless me first to see that taking myself to him in the proper way is the very root of the path, and grant me then to serve and follow him with all my strength and reverence. And that is verse number 1. Okay. Hi, Ellen. Nice to see you. You come for the completion. Yeah, you're coming here for the completion seats. Okay, so 1.1, who can tell me what is 1.1? Taking a lama, there are 2 parts, 2 parts. Who can tell me what is 1.1? What is that? Somebody say something just now? I thought I hear somebody say something.
I'm munching my thing, maybe munching sound.
Oh, you're munching. Yo, don't tempt me with food. That I cannot focus. I'm just kidding. Well, I think I know what I see you eating. That day in the Dalam class, I was eating when Venerable Jigme was teaching. Wow, ripen so fast. I didn't see Jaslyn here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Jaslyn is here. Oh, okay. Oh, my camera. Okay. So 1.1. Do you know this one, taking a lama here got 2 parts. This is quite difficult.
Okay.
You want to try?
Developing the faith and admirations.
Yes, very good. Develop the faith and admiration. Okay, and then number 2.
How to think.
Yeah.
How about your lama?
Okay, so 1.1, under 1.1 got subsection A and B. So just now Jaslyn say how to
add.
think of your.
One is how to how to act towards your Lama, that is.
Correct. Yes, you're right. So, and then the other one, one is how to think about your Lama and how to act towards your Lama. Okay. Okay, how to think of your Lama and how to act towards your Lama. Okay, 1.2. You want to help us with 1.2?
1.2. Is there 1.2?
Develop what?
Developing reverence for your Lama. Is it the
Yeah.
one?
Correct, you're right. Okay, so you get the structure. So taking a Lama, got two important parts there, develop faith and develop reverence. Develop faith will be how you think of your Lama and how you act towards your Lama. Okay, this one you can do meditation. Just now, Raymond asked a very good question, how to do meditation on the outline of this lam dream. For me, what I normally do will be there are two ways. One, you review. You must always start with review. So you have these four, you can see these four things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, the four main parts of lam dream. Then you go through taking a Lama, got 1.1 and 1.2. You go through develop faith, develop reverence, and then you go down again. 1.1 inside God, how to think of your Lama and how to act towards your Lama. You go through like this, the structure that you review. Then how to purify, same thing, you go through like this. Okay, then you finish the review. The review, how you review? What is review? Shagom, right? Shagom, Shagom, you review. You follow the sequence. Follow the sequence again and again, again and again. Then you jump here and there. Maybe you can like zoom in. Now, what is 2? What is 2.1? Something like that, what is 2.2? If you cannot, then you stay with review. You just follow the sequence again and again, again and again, 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 until it burn into your mind. You have that structure in your mind. Okay? That one is Shagom, the review. Then you take one part. You take one part. And then you do Chegom, an analytical meditation. For example, you take one part. I zoom into number 1, subsection 1.1a, how to think of your Lama. I would go and do an analytical meditation on this one. There's one verse, verse number 2. No, not verse number 2. There's verse number 1. Yeah, verse number 1. Verse number 1. That they say the source of all my good is my kind Lama. That one, right? How to think of your Lama. So you meditate, you do an analytical meditation on why we think that the Lama is a Buddha, or why is the Lama is a source of all my good, You think about that in your mind, you bring to your mind. It'll be very interesting. You'll see, why? You keep on working with that. Wow, you come into a deeper realization. Why taking a Lama is so important, and why the Lama is a source of all my good. Why, if I start to see my Lama as the real Buddha, then the blessings of the real Buddha will follow in my mind stream. So you do an analytical meditation on that statement. Why? Why is my Lama the source of all my good? Then you come to a certain, you get the thing. Then you do the Jokom, the fixation meditation on your realization. Okay, so what you need to do for your class 10 would be to review the whole structure. You keep on review the sequence. Review the sequence. Then you can do an analytical meditation on one part. What it means by that. Okay, maybe you don't need to do everything. You do whichever. Because to do the whole thing for me, it will take months. To be very honest, you say, imagine if I'm going to take this topic 1 week, this one 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. right? You can think about it, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. To me, I would feel that it take a few months, So it's really very much up to you. When I was a student also, I didn't really go and do everything. But because I'm preparing for the class and because I'm leading the group, the younger group, right? So we do the meditation in that way. And that is when I start to really do my meditation thoroughly on every component. Yeah. So you can start out with one. You can start out with one, okay? And see how it works and feel it for yourself. Okay, you get an idea on that? Okay. So then 2.1. Who want to tell me what is 2.1? Raymond, do you know 2.1 or not?
Is it the Jason Kappa say, get the most meaning out of this life?
Yes, you're right. The urge to
Urging us, yes.
get the most, get the essence of this life, get the essence of this. Okay, that's the 2.1. Very good. Number 2.2. And you want to attempt on this?
How to get the most out of this life? How
Yes.
to?
Very good. How to. When you talk about how to, we stop at 2.1, right? That day. Oh yeah, we also move into the red zone. 2.2, how to get the most. We have to talk about the building. Remember, I could give you the building. So we talk about the steps shared with lesser capacity. Okay. This is what we finish until here. That day we finish until here. Okay. So I want to do a quick recap again. We learned verse number 1. It has to do with this taking a lama. Verse number 1. Okay. Verse number 2 will be 2.1. Did you memorize verse number 2, verse 2 or not? Anybody? Yes, Raymond. Do you want to tell us what is verse number 2?
About realize the excellence of life, of
Yes.
leisure.
Very good. You're right. Let me try. Let
Okay.
me first to realize that the excellent life of leisure I found just this once is ever so hard to find and ever so valuable. And grant me then to wish and never fail. Grant me then to wish and never stop to wish that I would take its essence day and night. Is it correct? Grant me then to wish and never stop.
Night and day.
Yeah, and never stop to wish to take its essence, that I could take its essence night and day. Okay, so that is to do with 2.1. Okay, 2.1. You try to memorize that. Okay, certain words you miss out is okay. Try your very best to get that. Okay, we learn verse 2 here, which is for 2.1. And how to get the most out of this life. We covered the steps shared with the lesser capacity. Inside here got 2 things. What are the 2 things? What are the 2 things? Lesser capacity. Do you remember?
It's the death meditations, right?
Yes. Very good. And one more?
For law of karma.
Yes. How does that help us? We know that the lesser capacity, their motivation is to stop what? Stop what? Avoid, I would say avoid lower realm, rebirth in the lower realm, right? Rebirth in the lower realm. My teacher always like to say, close the door to the 3 lower realm. My teacher always say, close the door to the 3 lower realm. Okay, so that is the lesser capacities motivation why they are practicing. So they are scared after they die. Where am I going? You are scared, where am I going? Okay. So when you practice, whatever virtues that you do as a lesser capacity will also bring you a good life in this life. Okay, you keep your morality, all these things, whatever you practice, correct or not? Not just in the future life, in this life also will protect you. But essentially they just want to avoid a lower realm rebirth. So when they think about where am I going, they're scared. So they practice, you think about death when I die. Yeah. Okay, I know that I will die. To recognize that we are going to die. Death is inevitable. Whether you're rich, you're poor, you're a king, okay, whoever you are, we die. Okay. But we don't know the time that we are going to die. The time of death is uncertain. We don't know. So many things can kill us. So little thing that can keep us alive. So many things can kill us, really, if you think about that. Okay. And then when you die, nothing but the Dharma can help us. And then you think about after I die, where am I going? You think about the sixth realm. And then you're so scared. These are you. Think about the suffering. Oh my God, Think about the suffering, you say. And then where am I going? So you think about the four laws. If good come from good, the bad come from bad. Obviously, you already know where you'll be going. Okay, if that seed ripened at that point in time. And so they will want to take refuge. Take refuge. Because whatever you do will follow you closely behind like a shadow. Actually, this lesser capacity, they're so detailed. I can spend a few lessons on that. I really love to talk about this, but I really cut short so much. And today, actually, when I look into my material, I wanted to bring this, teach again. I was thinking, if you can see my slide, I have you see all these things that I want to bring in. After that, I get fed up. I say, okay, never mind lah. Okay, we just move on. Yeah, so lesser capacity, you can read in the reading, you can find it in the reading also. They talk in very great detail. Yeah, think about death, think about the suffering, where you'll be going. You're so scared, right? And then from the four laws of karma, we know where we'll be going. And so you would want to be very careful. Yeah, very careful to avoid. You want to avoid even the slightest harm, not to cause a slightest harm to anybody. You want to avoid that. Okay, that is a lesser capacity. And there is a verse for this one. I just want to show you only that if you have the time, you can learn the verse. If you don't have, we will skip verse 3 and 4. There are verse 3 and 4 for the lesser capacity. Again, I say, taking a lama is verse number 1. 2.1 is verse number 2. Okay. Then verse 3 and 4 is for the lesser capacity. If you got time, you go and learn. If no, you can skip. Today, we will have to learn verse 5. Okay, I just show you verse number 3 and 4. Okay, this is verse 3. Can somebody please read this for me? Raymond, can you read 3 and then 4? Emerald, read for me, please.
Okay. Verse 3, my body and the life in it are fleeting as the bubbles in the sea float off away. Bless me first, thus, to recall the death that will destroy me soon, and help me find sure knowledge that after I have died, the things I have done, the white or black, and what this will bring to me, follow always close behind, as certain as my shadow.
Okay, thank you, Raymond. Emerald, hold on. Okay, so you can see this is talking about the death. My body and the life in it are fleeting as the bubbles. What is the meaning of fleeting? I go and check the dictionary. It means changing. Okay, they're forever changing, the impermanence. Okay, fleeting as the bubbles in the sea flood of a wave. So you can know that bless me first, thus to recall the death that will destroy me soon. That death, is inevitable. And help me find sure knowledge that after I've died, the things I've done, the black or white, our deeds, and what these deeds will bring to me, the 4 laws of karma, follow always close behind, as certain as my shadow. Okay? Somebody to mute, please. Okay, this is very interesting. Think about that. Your whatever you do is like it's with you all the time. The 4 laws of karma, and so we move into the next verse, Emerald.
Grant me then ever to be careful to stop the slightest wrong of many wrongs we do, and try to carry out instead each and every good of the many that we may.
Yes. Yeah, because we understand the 4 laws of karma. So we want to be very, very, very careful to stop the slightest wrong. Yeah. To avoid that as far as we can and carry out the good thing that we can. Because we know how it's going, the 4 laws of karma. So we want to take refuge in that. Okay, so verse 3 and 4 have to do with the lesser capacity. Okay, so these are 3 and 4. Today we are going to do verse number 5, which is on the medium capacity. Okay, again, the medium capacity, what is your motivation? We have done this in ACI 1 and ACI 2. So you see there's something important will be repeat after a while, you will get a hang of that. So not to worry. Remember I told you before? So when you first learn, you find that, I don't understand, then you don't run away, okay? Hang in there, Jackney. Okay, hang in there. So ACI 1, you talk one time. ACI 2, you talk again. ACI 3, you talk again. Remember? You say ACI 1, we say lesser capacity. Just now we just cover. Their wish is just to escape the lower rebirth. Just now we just mentioned it. Then after I die, where I'm going, I'm scared I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to be a ghost. I don't want to become an animal. That medium scope, the wish is to escape this cycle of suffering. Okay, this cycle of suffering. That one is a medium scope. Okay, now today we're on medium scope. I'm supposed to cover medium and greater, but I think I want to cover only medium scope. Okay, what do you mean by that? To escape the cycle of suffering. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by to escape the cycle of suffering? I go and check back my ACI 1. Very interesting. If you remember, okay, what is this cycle of life? Go back to the definition. Samsara, the condition of being forced through the power of karma and mental afflictions to take on the impure parts, these impure parts, body and mind, that make up a suffering being over and over again. So this dirty heaps, dirty birth that we have taken is suffering. The first thing, do you agree that it is suffering or not? Life is suffering. And therefore, the medium scope practitioner, for them, they are sick and tired already. They are sick and tired of this broken world. Okay, I'm sick and tired to see the suffering in life. The nature of life is here, is suffering. I am samsara. Why do you say that? Why do we say that I'm sick and tired of suffering, the suffering that we see in life? Are we sick and tired or not? So if you're a medium scope practitioner, you are sick and tired. You're so disgusted with this broken world. The fact that nothing can bring you happiness. Even the happiness that you have is just temporary and is going to degenerate. You can have a beautiful relationship. After 6 months, you're not happy. You find fault. You're not happy already. Even you have a lama. Geshe always, I remember I heard here somewhere before he said, oh, Geshe, I love you so much. If you try to stay with Geshe after 3 months or 6 months, I say, I hope he go back to US. Okay, you find fault with your lama and say, He said, I think, when is he going to go back to US? I see already so long, you know. Has the Lama changed? The Lama doesn't change, but our mind is the one, you know. Because of the impure hips that we have taken, anything that is happy will degenerate. Nothing leads to happiness here. And so unless you truly understand and realize that life is really suffering, the nature of life here in samsara, you would not want to say, I want to get out for what? You are like this one. If you remember in ACI 1, you're like this one. We are like this one, not you. I'm like this one. Okay. And I find that it's okay. It looks good here. I'm happy here. Everything is not okay. Being bitten is okay. The gorilla inside, being bitten is okay. Yeah, I got no place to sleep. I sleep anywhere is okay. You know, you get used to that and you think it's okay. And from here, we will revisit the three suffering that we learn, right? The suffering, we group them into the three types of suffering. The first one, we say suffering of suffering, which is just outright suffering, pain, headache, you know, back pain. I asked my teacher, because I read from so many places, they only say the physical pain. Then I said, the outright pain, does that include like frustration, this one mental? My teacher say yes. So I can say the outright pain, suffering of suffering also include like depression, anxiety, okay? Yeah, those also under this suffering of suffering, which is a lot in our era, in our modern life. And the second one is called suffering of change, where everything will eventually, like every happiness will end. Every relationship will just collapse or end. Even if it doesn't end, then eventually someone maybe, I don't know, like Kashila always say, or not really Kashila, I mean, we can see in our own world, everything good eventually ends, right? If you live long enough. So that is the suffering of change. That every good thing eventually degenerate. The fact of the dirty hips that we have taken. And then the pervasive suffering will be the Senao Ping Su. I like the one that hold on, okay. We get old, get sick, our organ, no matter, after a while, the eyes cannot see very clearly, then the hearing, you have hearing loss, okay. Then the body cannot function very well. Then the mind start to become senile, 老人痴呆症, you know, yeah. So things just degenerate because of the fact that we are in the parts that we have taken are impure parts, samsara. So when you start to recognize that, I said, I'm sick and tired. I don't want to go through that kind of life anymore. You know, I don't want that kind of reborn. I don't want to be reborn in that kind of situation anymore. It's when you have renunciation. Yeah. If you don't recognize as life is suffering, you will not say that I want to get out. Okay. So the first thing must be for this medium capacity, the mind that want to get out of this samsara, want to get out of this cycle of suffering. Okay, so the first part will be you want to develop the wish to get out of samsara, to develop the mind or the wish to achieve freedom of right, freedom from this cycle of suffering. Yeah, so the first thing I want to get out. Is if you don't think you want to get out, then you're like the gorilla there. I'm like the gorilla there. Yeah, until you recognize that, yeah, I'm enough for me. I think I have enough already. I don't want to have that kind of rebirth, that kind of dirty birth. Does that mean that you go to the cave? Yeah, go to the cave. No. Okay, does that mean that you deny yourself of the things because those things are going to make you wanting more? Again, I rephrase, the fact that we're in samsara, we are never satisfied. Yeah, after a while, we are not satisfied. That's why it's difficult to maintain a good relationship. And I want to ask you a question here. Should you deny yourself of the things because they are going to make you wanting more, and that is a suffering? Do you get my question? We say that it is a suffering in the sense that the things that we want, if we have 10,000, we want 100,000. We have 100,000, we want 1 million, things like that. It can never, we are never satisfied, you see. Does that mean that we should deny ourselves since the things are going to make us want more? No, but you need to understand the nature of it. You need to understand the nature of the thing. And does that mean that I don't want to have more money? Yeah, I don't want to have more money. No, also no. You have more money or less money, it's the same. The nature is the same. Okay, you have more money or you have less money, the nature is the same. The every nature in this samsara, yeah, is suffering. Does that mean then give up all your money? No, as you have to be responsible. You have to take care of your own life and not bring problem to other people. It's more on understanding the nature and not doing something bad to get it. And understanding the nature is not there to make you happy. No, yeah, not letting the money rule you. Okay, so let me look at what you're right here. Angela say nowadays there are a lot of scam. You can't you don't know what is good or what is bad now. Why? Are you trying to say that?
See here, Rich, you say sometimes people add you in Facebook or what, you also don't dare to add. You don't know whether this one is a scammer or bad guy or good guy, Until I don't dare to add people as friends nowadays because got bad experience that add already. After that, keep asking question or call, that kind of thing. So sometimes the person say, if genuine come by, say, hey, I just want to make friend with you. What's wrong is that, So sometimes I mean, too many until scared of adding people already.
Yeah, Angela, that is very good question. That one is in ACI 5, they will cover the part of the environment, how the seed is ripened as our environment. And you can see the karmic correlation in ACI 5. Yeah. So it is a suffering, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. You want to make friends also, you dare not make friends.
Yeah, correct. Don't know who is good or who is bad.
Yeah, who is good, who is bad. Okay, so the next one, Ellen say is interesting concept. Good to hear from Ellen again. Then Raymond say, any relationship between the first two suffering? The suffering of suffering and the suffering of change and the pervasive suffering. I remember there's some relationship there, but I suddenly cannot recall. Maybe you can help me. I think I remember you asked this question before, right, Raymond? Did you ask this question before? No? Or did I ask my teacher the question? Okay, there is some relationship there.
Yeah.
The fact that
I think during Dilam 2, I think they did highlight on this question.
Yes. Yeah, remember it's in the lam too. Now, it's in the lam. We have these questions. I think the fact that because of the pervasive suffering, hence you have this suffering of suffering and suffering of change. Yeah. Okay. Then the Ellen say the world is definitely suffering, but it's how we treated our feeling to face this world. Yeah. And that is one of the key to Lord Buddha single out our five hips, right? The feeling is the culprit lah, the culprit because of the feeling. Remember the 8 worldly thoughts in ACI 1? The 8 worldly thoughts, you feel good when you get something. You don't feel good when you don't get something. Because of the feeling, then you respond negatively. So by understanding, okay, I find that the feeling is so strong, even though you understand the pen, understanding the pen. Oh yeah, this one got no nature of their own, all these things, okay. But when the feeling is so strong, you want to like fight back, respond naturally, like you want to talk back. So feeling is really the hardest lah. So I'm trying also, this is my practice right now. I want to recognize, be mindful when the feeling arises and how it caused me to grasp to the me, and for me to want to respond in a different way, it's very interesting. You go and try to catch yourself. You see how you chocolate sauce, your me becomes so strong. And then you want to react in a way that you protect yourself and you think you deserve that. You don't deserve to be treated that way. Or maybe in a certain way, you think you deserve to be treated. Yeah. So the feeling is the culprit, really. The feeling is the culprit. Once you recognize that, I feel that a lot of conflict, a lot of problem can be avoided, and you will stop perpetuating your own samsara. Because of the feeling, we are driven by the feeling that what bo song, okay, driven by the feeling, all the towel, all the pen, 2 husbands in the kitchen, yeah lah, I understand. But the feeling now is very bo song now, you understand or not? So that is a culprit. So recognize that is one of the 5 hips, and that is not you. Okay. Keep on working with that. I'm also working with that now. I'm not an expert yet. The next one, Raymond say pervasive suffering. Yeah. Alan want more money. Everybody want more money, but we understand the nature of that. Okay, we are learning to understand the nature. Yeah, of course, Angela, who don't want money? You don't want, then send to me. I got account, I can give to you. Okay, but you need to recognize where the money coming from. If you don't know, then you want to do something bad, to scam, to cheat, to do all the kind of things to get the money. But you cannot touch the money. I remember Kashila taught somewhere in the Nagarjuna class, right? You cannot touch the money. I think Angela also in my class. Yeah, cannot touch the money. Yeah, if you don't, it's not coming from your seats, right? From your seats, right? You go and cheat, you go and rob the bank, you also cannot touch the money. It means you cannot enjoy the money. The money doesn't belong to you. Know the nature of the money. It doesn't mean that you don't want to have money. It doesn't mean that give away all your money, okay? And then go and trouble people, not like that. Okay. Next one. I want to go back to what we are doing. So today, as I said, we are doing the medium. Okay, medium scope. Going back to our class. Where is this one? Okay, just now the lumbering structure. They say the lesser capacity. Then the next one, we are doing the medium capacity. So for this one, medium capacity, same thing, there are 2 parts. Lesser capacity got 2, medium capacity got 2, greater capacity got 2, 2, 2, 2, okay? So medium capacity 2 will be, just now I say, you want the mind that want to get out of this samsara, right? It is you develop this wish to get out of this samsaric cycle of suffering, get out of this cycle of suffering. And then the second part will be then the path. What is the path? How to get out of this? How to get out? How to get out? Okay, if you remember, you see, that's why I keep on repeating, ACI 2. ACI 2, we learn how to get out means that medium scope practitioner, their goal is to escape this cycle of suffering, which means that to achieve nirvana, right? To achieve nirvana, right? And how to achieve nirvana, I just help you to recall your mind, even though this is not in the homework. Homework is simpler, okay? In ACI 2, to achieve nirvana, I like this triangle. You need to keep your morality, the three training, as usual, the three training, okay? Training, extraordinary training of morality, then training of meditation or meditative concentration, meditation in a way, Number 3, training of wisdom, okay? See, understand the pen, then finally see emptiness directly, okay? And then after you see emptiness directly, you need to habituate to the realization of emptiness, which means that coming out of seeing emptiness directly, you still see the things that's coming at you, right? But you don't believe. You don't believe, no, this is not, I don't believe that, okay, it's coming from me. I don't believe. Yeah. So you need to habituate with your experience, your realization, emptiness. And then slowly, because you keep on habituating, you say, no, it's not like that. You don't respond badly because you understand, no, that is not true. That person is not nasty from his own side. Is the person nasty from his own side? No. Then why am I seeing a nasty person from my past seeds ripening? Okay. And right now it's already dry cement. I cannot do anything. But my next response, plant a new seed. If I don't want to see this nasty person again, what should I do? But if you want to continue to see him, you can continue to be nasty with him. Then you can continue to see him again and again. Okay. If you don't want to see him again, the nasty person, then you have to respond differently with wisdom. And the best way is to try to love your enemy. Okay, it's hard, but try it. Yeah, I try a few times and it's really worked. And I find that the really love, there's a song, I don't know, something, So really love is the one I feel, I test it out, it's hard, it's really, really, really hard. Okay. And to break that barrier, to break the conflict, to break all these things is really true love. Love means that not really like hugging. Love means to respond with kindness. And that is a love for the person. Yes, you're right, Jackie. It's excellent. We work with that logically in our mind. It is hard. We know that, the feeling is the source of all my samsara, okay? But I understand logically what I am doing, planting the seed, okay? The new seed. Okay, if I now bosong, I want to be nasty back, then I plant the seeds, I nasty, then I get more nasty from him, okay? Or more nasty, one nasty person become 2 nasty person you will meet. Then you meet 3 nasty people, okay? You feel more and more nasty people. At home, you got 1 nasty person. At work, you have another one. Then you join DCI, got another nasty person. Then you go ACI, got 1 more nasty person in the group. So if you don't want, then you have to stop being nasty, hold back, avoid. Like 50-50 school, you learn ACI 1. For me, 50-50, try to avoid first. Okay, then keep on telling yourself. Because every time you tell your motivation, correct or not? You always adjust your intention. Then you try to see that person, try to respond with, think about, if this is what I do, okay, I want people to also treat me good, people see me, don't like me also, people also do things fair to me, I also want it that way. So it's like you keep on, keep on, understanding of emptiness and keep on working in your mind, you'll be able to do a little bit more and more. Yeah, and then of course there are many other practice like Tonglen, meditation, all these things will also help. Yeah, if you really that person you don't like, your enemy, depends on the enemy, the level of your enemy. Okay, your level enemy, little bit enemy, easier to do it. More enemy, more challenging. Very, very, the enemy is so strong, you don't work with the enemy first. Okay, you go with the small one first. Somebody you don't like, but you can do it. Then go with somebody a little bit more challenging. Then you'll find that you really have the ability to do it. Trust me, because we are human. You remember this is the best vehicle. You have the life of leisure. Okay. And then you have the blessing from the holy being. You can do it. Yeah. The enemy, Alan say. Alan, okay, Alan got something. Yeah, Alan got something to share. When you say subconscious become normal, it's like become your habit. Remember, seeds are planted, then they ripen as your habit. Okay. Your habit, whether your habit is a good one or your habit is not the good one, okay, you yourself will know when it comes back, how would that be? Then you will know whether this habit I want to continue or this habit I want to improve this habit. I don't want this habit. I want to change this habit. Yeah, yeah, correct. Okay. Then you must come. You say teach well, so you never come means that teach not well. You come every time, then only I know I teach well, then I continue to teach. Otherwise I say, oh, maybe I don't want to teach already, like enough already. Dream of me. I hope that is a good one. If it motivate you to be better, then I don't mind. You can dream about me. Okay. So where are we? So this one, we say nirvana. Nirvana is the medium scope practitioner. When you say you want to get out, you get, where are you going? Are you going somewhere else? Where are you going? Can somebody tell me where are you going? Wait. Okay, where are we going first? Answer that one first. Where are we going? When you say get out, where are you going? Angela, I have something to share. I have a colleague that I hate, but recently he shares so selflessly, and I see him as a different person, and I start to talk to him. Yeah, you see, it's changed. Yeah, 也会过去的. The flavor number one, emptiness, 也会过去的. Okay, things that are not good already passed. Now different seeds ripening every moment and moment. Okay, I said, if you nasty, you want to see him nasty, you continue to be nasty, you see him. But if you hold back, you're learning, you're trying, even avoiding is okay. 50-50 school is okay. It's okay. Yeah, sometimes you meet the person when you're not ready, you're overwhelming, you avoid. You avoid for the sake of not creating more conflict or not planting more bad seeds. That is okay. Okay, when you're more ready, then you face that person. You can act with more kindness. Yeah, to rejoice on that. Yeah, I'm so happy to see the shift in your environment. Okay, now I want to continue with this one, the verse number 5. This is what I want you to memorize. But if you have more time, you can memorize the verse 3 and 4. Verse number 5. Okay, I see that Aisu, you seems not feeling so well, right? Listen in.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, you're okay. I thought you were
I was just traveling earlier, so now I got home already.
Okay. Would you like to read this verse 5 for us for the medium capacity? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Bless me to perceive all that's wrong with the seemingly good things of this life. I can never get enough of them. They cannot be trusted. They are the door to every pain I have. Grant me then to strive instead for the happiness of freedom.
Thank you. So this is for the medium capacity, the steps shared with the medium capacity. that we say that we talk about suffering, realizing that everything in this life, no matter how pleasant, is suffering, because no matter how much we get, no matter how much we enjoy, we never feel as though we have had enough. And it makes us wanting more, only increase our desire. And then this deliver us to a whole variety of unbearable pain. Eventually, the pleasant thing turn around and become the door to every pain I have. So this is a very good verse that you can memorize. Bless me to perceive all that's wrong with the seemingly good things of this life, the suffering of change. Even the good things have to degenerate. All the good things will degenerate. I can never get enough of them. They cannot be trusted. They are the door to every pain I have. When they degenerate, okay, you will feel it is a suffering. Or when you lost the thing, you will feel you have this suffering. And so strive for the happiness of freedom means that the mind want to be free from this cycle of suffering. The mind that want to be free from this cycle of suffering. Okay? I want to go to the homework questions. Homework questions 2. No, question 3. Do you think it is true that every event in our present kind of life is suffering? Yeah. Let's read the answer first. Why and why not? Just now we mentioned because we have outright pain, suffering of suffering, such as bad back or grieving over the loss of a loved ones. It is obviously suffering. People who grieve over the loss of their loved one is very painful. I have a friend, his girlfriend passed away. He was completely, he couldn't take it. He completely just, I don't know what word to use, He just, it was really too much for him because the girlfriend died at very young. They were, I think, in their 30s. So he couldn't live. For years, he had been going around searching for an answer. I went overseas trying to run away from the situation. So grieving over a loss of a loved one is really it's really, unless you experience it yourself, it's really, very shaken. I like the word, shaken. Yeah. I look at him also, I can feel the pain, the suffering from his face, even after so many years. But now he's slightly better. He say he's like a walking, he's like dead. Living dead? Dead inside. Yeah. But even the good things, even if you have a good home, you have a good family, you have a good job, inevitably it will change and be ripped away from us, suffering of change. Yeah. We finally, even this body, even our own body, our minds become senile as we grow old, loss of hearing, eyesight, every organ starts to break, cannot walk so fast, not so flexible, and even our names are forgotten. So they say meaningless activity. Remember just now from the beginning, don't waste our time on meaningless activity. You get the approval of the people or trying to be famous, even your name will be forgotten. Since every event in our present kind of life is either suffering or inevitably degenerates into suffering, pervasive suffering, this one Raymond mentioned about, then it is true that all these events are suffering. You can bring that and meditate on that. But don't be, I don't know, when you think about all this suffering, does that make you happier, stronger, or does that make you go into depression? I hope I know. Okay. I hope it will be a positive one. When you think about all these things, can you type if it is like make you feel very depressed, you type 0. If make you more like your life with more meaning, you can type 1. Or maybe you can have a fraction, I don't know. Oh, I like that. Ellen type 1. Okay. Yeah. Jackney also type 1. Okay. Yeah, Angela, thanks for being honest. Yeah. Camera, half. Make you wanna get out some positive. Very good. Yeah. I like what Aisu put it, because for me it's like the gorilla. Before I learned ACI, I don't think life is suffering. Yeah. And after I learned ACI, they point out to me the first time when I hear it, I don't quite agree with that. I'm just like my student right now, the younger group of students, they don't agree also. Okay. And I say, now my cook on that. Yeah. And when the more you study, you think about that, it seems that, yeah, if I'm going to take this kind of life again, these 5 hips again and again, I've been here since beginnings of time, I never achieved anything. Do you still want to continue in that way? Yeah. Yeah, I hope it is positive for you. If it is not, Angela, maybe we need to talk. Because the purpose is not to make you depressed, just like the death meditation. If you learn it correctly, your life will become very meaningful. Trust me. I learned the death meditation. I cried after I learned, to be very honest. I cried. I had a meditation. I was doing the meditation. I keep on crying and crying, but it makes me prioritize about my life. My life, I prioritize about my life, and the relationship get better, because after you cry enough, I wrote my will. Okay, I get my will done. And then I wrote a letter to everyone. If in case I die, okay, I write a letter to everyone. And I also make peace with people that I don't like. Okay, I apologize, even though it's not my fault. Okay, and I apologize to the person, and you just want to say sorry and thanks for everything that they have done for me. I really appreciate that. It makes your life very meaningful. And every moment you're with anybody, you will not really have that conflict. You can see that my life, if I look back, I'll have more conflict last time, much younger, than when after I learned ACI. And I was so much peaceful and happier. So the death meditation will be able to give you the priority. Does that mean after I learn death meditation, I just lie on bed and never go to work? No, it made me even become a corporate, and I become independent director, because my priority has shifted so much. And I'm going there for a different reason. Yeah, everything you do, it makes your life so meaningful, really. And I say that if your life shifted for the positive, the death meditation is supposed to bring you into that level, not to make you just terrified, no point. Yeah. After I cry enough, you prioritize. The way I talk to people is different. The way I look at things is different. And I always able to see the impermanence of life. I always see the impermanence of life. You have that behind your back. Yeah. And so you treasure each other more. And I also talk to my kids about all these things. And they are also aware of that. Yeah. And then so we treasure each other so much more. The time that we have, instead of thinking that, I'm going to live forever, I'm going to live for a long, long time, And then you want to shout back. Because you think you're going to see the person for so long. You may not see the person so long. Come on. Yeah. Nothing is more important. And then you realize everyone is the same, all of us. We all want to avoid suffering, and we all want happiness. And by learning all these things, you start to see each other differently, and you start able to embrace each other and to love each other. Yeah. I'm not saying 100% I can hug everybody, but you can see that your capacity does increase. Yeah, your capacity does increase. So I like to throw myself. Are you able to go and hug the beggar or not? I like to challenge. You see, can you go and hold the hand? And I say, I cannot, So slowly expand what you can do. It's okay. Then you can see you can improve. No, I saw you, but you can have the death meditation. The reading is in the reading, but we didn't do the detail. My teacher taught me death meditation, a separate class, which is very deep. Yeah, it's not like just the 3 only. My teacher got the 9 principles, got the meditation, that you're in the forest, then you come out, you throw the bag lah, you throw the things lah, things like that, very interesting. Then you look at the bag, is the things that you care so much about. Then you think, is this really something so important? Then you look at it, you open. Then I think no, like you can throw it, Or it's still okay, then put back into your bag. It's okay, So it's a very nice meditation. And just what is the 5 Right? What is the 5 heart? Did I
Oh,
say anything
five-
about the
5 hips, sorry. 5 hips.
5 hips? Okay, the 5 hips, what is the 5 hips? The body, right? The physical body. Then the mind will be the 4. There are 4, which is the feeling, discrimination, consciousness, and all other factors. Okay, all other factors will be very interesting. I'm not an expert in that. You want to know more, you have to go to mixed nuts. All other factors, they have things like a lot of mental fictions there, hope, concentration, determination, in fact, mental fictions, they're all there. I also don't understand why. Yeah, but it is there. One round of death meditation. I'm not able to do just one round. It has to be a class, like a package. Okay, it will be maybe another day in the future, because it's really not just that simple. Yeah, you can find it in the knowledge base. I believe so. Yeah, Raymond say yes. I didn't check the knowledge base. The one I learned is from with my teacher. I think death meditation is really strongly recommended. It's really very powerful if you learn the correct one. Okay. Of course, you go to knowledge base, that will be the correct one. Okay, so let's go back to our homework. I want to cover the homework questions so that you have no surprise. Okay. Okay, this is the one. For the steps shared with the medium capacity, 2 parts, right? As usual. Number 1, develop the wish to achieve freedom. Free from what? Free from this cycle of suffering. Free of what? Free from this samsaric experience and condition. I am samsara. Your existence is a samsara if you're like me. Okay. Your existence, okay, this body and mind, your existence is samsara. Samsara is not something outside, you get out of that. Your condition that you have taken, the 5 hips. The 5 hips are samsaric condition, hips. And so, B, you want to, the path to freedom. What is the path? Just now I show you the one we learned in ACI 2, the training of morality, training of meditation, training of wisdom, and then habituate, okay? Habituate to the realization of emptiness. In this ACI 3, it is shorter. Okay. The questions. Okay, the question is on. Of the 3 trainings, why is only the training of morality mentioned at this point? Okay, so the next verse, you see next verse, then you understand. Next verse. Can I get Jaslyn to read this for me?
Okay. Grant that these pure thoughts may lead me to be watchful and to recall what I should be doing. Grant me to give greatest care to make the vow of morality the essence of my practice. They are the root of the Buddha's teaching.
Thank you. Just now remember we said the path. What is the path? Here you can see verse number 6, they mention only morality. Can you see that they only mention morality? Grants that these pure thoughts may lead me to be watchful and to recall what I should be doing. Grant me to give the greatest care to make the vows of morality the essence of my practice. See, the vows of morality. Okay, so this is the path. They are the root of the Buddha's teaching. Why they only talk about morality here? That is question 4. Okay, of the 3 trainings, why is only training of morality mentioned? Why? Morality is the base, is the basis, is the foundation of the 2 training, right? Without morality, you cannot go into deep meditation. Without going into deep meditation, you cannot gain the insight into the true nature of reality. Okay, so the 2 other trainings are implied because they follow upon morality. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so this one, the verse number 6. Verse number 6 is on the, okay, now we're in the, I just try to help you to refresh. Medium capacity, we learn 2 verse. Verse number 5. Okay, verse number 5 is to help us to develop this wish that I want to get out this cycle of suffering. Verse number 5. Okay, the everything is suffering. You develop this renunciation. Okay, I want to get out of this state, this cycle of suffering. Verse number 5. Then verse number 6, the path. How to get out? How to get out? They say, keep your morality. Then how come they only mention keep your morality? When in ACI 2, just now I show you, we learn that in ACI 2, we learn this one, right? Yeah, the path. ACI 2, we learn this one, okay? Is that clear? I'm trying to link what we have learned earlier for those. For this one, you have the 3 training plus habituate to the realization of emptiness. But here, the verse only mentioned about the training of morality. Why? Because morality, when you mention about morality, it implies that the other 2 training come along. Okay, morality is the base, is the basis, is the foundation. Without morality, we cannot go into deep meditation. And without going into deep meditation, we cannot gain the insight into the true nature of reality. We cannot see emptiness. We cannot have wisdom. So it is implied. Okay? Impossible for us to reach nirvana without taking formal vow and keeping them. This is what Geshe Michael said. Okay, I come back to this verse number 6 again. Okay, you can see that morality is the basis. And if you can see here, there are 2 words that we learn. One is watchful. We learned before the session, watchful. And recall is the drenpa, recollection. Can you see that or not? We learn watchful is the session, right? The ding, 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 the alarm, the watcher. The watcher. And then we also learn recall here means drenpa, the one, remember the sexy cowgirl, the sexy cowboy, that the recollection, that bring your mind back. Okay, so here, drenpa and session is not only used for on cushion, not just on the cushion, right? On the cushion, drenpa, our mind get distracted from the object of meditation. Drenpa, we bring it back, right? And then the session, yeah. Now watchful, that when we have fall into downness and agitation. Here, drenpa and session is also used when we are off cushion, normal day, when you go to work, you're watchful of your own body, speech, and mind. When you do something not so right, then the alarm will tell you, yeah, you're mindful of your own action. Okay, and you recall and bring yourself back. Okay, so this one is related to question number 5. What are recollection and watchfulness doing at this point, and towards what are they aimed? Okay, they are aimed at one's morality. Just now, the drenpa and the session is aimed at our morality, our body, speech, and mind. Okay, what we do, what we say, and what we think help us to keep our morality. So recollection, the one, the sexy cowgirl, cowboy, is the ability to keep your mind on what you are doing, saying, or thinking, your body, speech, and mind. Whereas the session, the awareness, session, the one that, the ability to sound the alarm, to be aware when you have a problem, when you start to get angry, your fire coming up, you want to say something bad already, oh, you're not doing so, you're doing something not right, your alarm will start to beep, 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 beep. Okay. Okay, so I help you to connect the questions to the verse. Okay, so I don't want to go so fast. Actually, I'm supposed to finish the medium scope and the greater scope. If I can finish, I finish. I cannot finish, I will do this next week. Okay, so next week I will do the greater scope, greater capacity. Today I will stop at the medium capacity. Okay, so that not you. If I want to give you some space to think about that also. So next week, we will do the final one on the greater scope plus the review for the final paper. So I will post it in the Telegram chat shortly. Okay, and you can, after you finish all your homework, you finish all your quiz, you can start to do your final exam. Okay, and for the review, what we will do would be, I will give you the questions later on. Okay, I'll give you the questions, and you will be the teacher next week. Okay, you'll be the teacher. Okay, I'll assign question to you. Yeah, you can teach, or you can just read out from the answer key. Either way is okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's end our class today, and the dedication. Dedication. Came late. Lim, would you like to lead us on this one? Can you unmute yourself? Unmute first.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the goodness of what I have just done, may all beings completely the collection of merits and wisdom, and thus gain the true ultimate bodies that merits and wisdom make.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all for our class today.